What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So, do you guys remember? Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But Meghan Markle, last year in August 2021, there was a press release. There was news going around that she was going to start her own anime, right? Her own animated series. Right, and there was some speculation around that. Now, I didn't think that many people knew about it. You know, it was just kind of like, it was just out there. Some people knew about it, some people didn't. Because honestly, Meghan Markle, she kind of got popular. She kind of got famous for no reason. You know, she married a prince in England, and poof, she became famous, and that's how she, you know, that's basically how she, you know, got in on the news, in television or whatever. You know, that's basically how she came to be. She married a prince, right? So she got her own little fairy tale ending. Right, so she was planning on making her own anime for Netflix until Netflix really started going down in the first quarter of 2022. And Netflix decided that they are going to cancel her animated series, which was called Pearl, right? And the synopsis of the series was about this this young girl who gets inspired by reading about successful women in history, and then goes on a journey to, like, I don't know. Essentially, it was about herself. So Meghan Markle was basically wanted to make an animated series about herself. Nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares. You know, it's like, no. I know that artists like to self-insert themselves into things, but nobody really cared about her, right? So Netflix really started to cut back, along with Netflix cutbacks, because, you know, recently Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers. And I think I really believe it's actually more than that. They're expected to lose more than that, right? And says Netflix has canceled Pearl, Meghan Markle's animated series. The project is one of several children's shows recently scrapped by the streaming service, and Netflix is really cracking down, man. Netflix is going at it. It's not just that. I'm just using that as an example, because this came around the same time that Netflix decided to erase their animation. So Netflix animation is erased, and they're firing a lot of people. Netflix is firing a lot of people. Gee, I wonder, who is it that they're firing? Who is it that they're trying to get rid of in their organization? Could it be the people that's making it worse? You know, could it be the people that's putting out trash, that's recommending trash and producing these crappy shows on Netflix? Right? Netflix is they're taking out the trash. I think what they're doing is that they're getting rid of people who's not helping them make valuable content. You know, this is a cleansing. It seems to me like this is some type of cleansing. Now, I'm not saying that Netflix is gonna like next year in 2023 that Netflix is gonna stop making WOKE shows, right? I'm not saying that, but perhaps they made a realization that, hey, maybe these shows are not, they're not really helping. They're not really helping us get more subscribers. So I still believe that they're gonna make WOKE shows in the future, but most of their content is going to be just, you know, whatever sells, whatever gets people to subscribe, and whatever's working. And that's what, you know, they're getting rid of a lot of people. You know, they're firing a lot of people. And recently, it says how Netflix failed, then fired staff it hired just months ago. So Netflix literally had plans in the beginning of January, and they hired a whole bunch of people. But then once they saw the subscriber count going down and just the business not doing well, they said, "Oh, we got to get rid of you." And there was actually somebody here. Man, this sucks, man. This really sucks. Like, they got hired by Netflix. Right? It says, I'm still processing that Netflix recruited me from my union job of 6 years with the promise of new opportunities in a diverse team. only to lay me off months later with 2 weeks severance. Some people moved to California for this gig. Imagine moving across the state to work for Netflix, and then like 3 months later, they're like, oh, sorry, you gotta go. We're closing down this department. We're closing down that department. We're gonna do other things, right? And it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there because Netflix is expecting to lose 2 million subscribers because of their trashy content. I think somebody within the organization is realizing, man, we messed up. We messed up, and we gotta clean this up. You know, it took you what, like I don't know, maybe like what, 3-4 years. But finally, they're waking up, and they're like, you know what, maybe we should start doing something else. Okay. And so they've been canceling shows. They canceled Space Force. Now, granted, Netflix is known for canceling a lot of like really good shows, like The Dark Crystal. Right, that really pissed me off when they discontinued The Dark Crystal. We did not get a season 2 of that. That really pissed me off. It really grinded my gears, But there's been other shows that Netflix canceled, like a lot of the superhero shows that they had canceled, just thrown out the window. And yeah, now they're just cutting back. They're just starting to cut back. They're firing people. They're letting go. They're letting go of people. And now, hopefully, like they're gonna think twice before releasing things. Because I mean, take a look at Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop was a failure. I'm pretty sure that Netflix, they putting maybe $100 million into that show. Because sci-fi and fantasy, they tend to be very expensive shows, right? So here you have a show, Cowboy Bebop, that they were expecting to be a total success, only to flop and get canceled. It's been canceled. It only took 3 weeks for them to cancel that show. There will be no season 2 of Cowboy Bebop, right? So hopefully, from now on, Netflix, they're going to think twice before they make a show, and maybe they're gonna go back to the roots, just putting things on the platform that people actually want. But you know what's, also, it's like, I always wonder, why is it that companies don't do more research on viewership? Like, do more research on the audience. What is it that people want to see? Okay, because recently Netflix did Netflix found out that during the pandemic, 50% of their global audience, 200 million subscribers, 50% of their 200 million subscribers, they watch anime. So Netflix is going to continue to invest into anime, absolutely, without a doubt. So why don't they do more research as to what people really want to see? Create content with confidence that people will actually want to see this stuff. And also innovate, kind of like what they did with Stranger Things. A show that came out of nowhere. Right? Innovate, create new shows, new things, and focus on storytelling rather than the message. Right? Focus on storytelling other than the message. And by the message, you know what I'm talking about. WOKE. Right? Anyways, that's pretty much what I had to say. Netflix is just they're recycling. They are recycling, and hey, I think they're going in the right direction by doing this. A lot of people are gonna lose their jobs, but maybe later on they'll hire more people. Who knows? But they're cutting back, and they're cutting back on things that are not working. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed.